Welcome back to the Reptiles With Podcast. We're right now, we're not in our usual spot outside. We're inside of a car that's, we were outside, but it was raining real bad.
I know, dude. The spot we chose was so cool.
Yeah.
So freaking cool. Like, when I saw it from a distance, I literally ran at you guys and was like, guys, you guys need to run over here and look at this.
Yeah, no, it was crazy, which no, that was nothing. We're also in the middle of half road cruising because where we're at, I guess, we could see some stuff on the road, so we might stop at some point. But yeah, I'll probably put some of the videos here now.
So we saw a pond full of alligators of all sizes. Like, we had males, females, we have youngins, you had larger alligators, all in this pond, and they were catching fish all together, which was so cool to see. You can hear them just jumping into the water trying to catch fish. There was alligator poop all over the trail. Like, it was insane. I really like that. I'm glad we went there and at least saw that. I just wish we could have done the podcast there.
Yeah, so pretty much it was pouring. I mean, we set everything up with like a light drizzle, and the actual fear that we had when we decided that we were going to start like recording stuff outside is like, oh, what are we going to do? It was like a joke. What are we going to do when it starts raining? What are we going to do with this? What are we going to do with, and we had to face it all today at like a perfect spot, so hopefully we can come back. So we started setting up at a drizzle, and by the time that we had everything set up, full pouring, all of the equipment was out, our generator was out. I had to figure out a way to cover it, but then it was coming in through the mics, and we were just at a loss at that point.
It was so bad. Like, yeah. It would have been a background. Imagine us sitting down, and the background is a pond full of alligators, and you can see them swimming. Like, it would have been great. The lighting was great at the beginning too, and it just got all messed up because of the rain, and I'm very sad about it. But we need to come back.
Yeah, for sure. So on the camera right now we have Eric. Well, say hi, Eric.
Hello.
We have Tyler. Look, you guys never get to see Tyler. Look, meet Tyler. He's there hanging out in the back.
Hi. That sounded crazy.
So usually when we record and we are quote unquote talking to an audience, it's usually Tyler in the back. But before we get like the ball really rolling, we have to give some shout outs. Shout out to our members. We have memberships now. If you want to join the Reptiles With family, there's information on the YouTube to become a member. So shout out Reggie, shout out Cricket Mike. Actually send me a message on Instagram so we can talk about how we can be a little bit more involved in the channel. We're trying to do some live streams after we record on Sundays, which is usually pretty much any time after 4 p.m. Eastern on Sundays. And then obviously the Reptiles With podcast merch, you can find it at modernreptileshop.com. The camera is shaking so much right now. I am so sorry. We are driving. But I guess let's hit the first topic. What do we got?
So the first topic was the membership promo, of course, but also Nerd getting a mangrove bite.
So what did you guys think about that? I know that he did a live talking about it. I don't really know exactly what the purpose was of that whole thing.
Was it on purpose?
I think so. Click on the video. I think he I could be super wrong.
Let's see.
Yeah, we're gonna play the video.
This is 48 hours. So I can't really see any of this. But so in the venom there is definite tissue damage. Swelling is starting to kind of dissipate. So is this cytotoxin. It's damaging. Aches a little bit. But, I mean, this is up to 2.5 minutes of envenomation, which normally you would easily be able to escape. So I pushed it to the worst degree.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I think he did it, go back.
So it says 48 hours after fully allowing a mangrove snake to envenomate me for roughly 2.5 minutes, I could have easily prevented this. I think there's a hypocritical side of this, a stupid side of this, and a whatever side of this. if that makes sense. I think, like, why let it bite you? Like, what is the science experiment? Like, what's the paperwork for the quote-unquote science experiment? What do we get
Did he
from
say
this?
it was like some kind of experiment?
Yeah, he said it at the end.
Okay, so what did he say?
I still find this interesting and worth the science experiment.
Maybe he was being like, in a way, like silly. Look,
So,
this
guys,
is the thing of him biting it.
This snake bite, this is nothing. This is like a joke to me. I'm just showing you.
Okay,
But
so he says that he allowed
he wanted
the
me.
mangrove to chew on
Right,
it.
Johnny? Give you guys,
look at that.
yeah. Oh, yeah, horrible.
That's crazy.
Are you done?
I mean, I guess
Get
this is
over it.
like the part of like how we did the last podcast where we're like, I have to start throwing out disclaimers. No, but it's like, no, I don't get the point of it. I think it's fucking wild.
I think there is no point. That's just a form of getting attention, and I feel like that's what he's been trying to do for a while now. He's just trying to do whatever to get attention, just like all the other ones do. Like, whenever somebody wants a viral video, what do? They go out and they get bit by an iguana, a berm. Like, this time it's a mangrove snake. That is just for attention. But then if anybody else does it, then everybody's talking shit about those people. And I think that's where the hypocritical part comes out of.
Man, I mean, to each their own, but dude, that's crazy. Did you have any thoughts on it, Eric?
It's not my type of content. I guess he's the type of guy to do that and just keep scrolling. Like, oh damn, all right, keep going.
Yeah, I feel like if you record it and it just happens is whatever, but I feel like if you're allowing it to happen and you're showing like those things on purpose,
And the way he's talking
I
about
don't
it too, it's very like, it comes off very like.
he just wants the attention. It's
Yeah.
what it is, and I get it. Like, you're doing content for the attention. I just don't care for that type of content, honestly. I think a lot of times it shines a bad light onto the animal, and then a lot of people end up doing the same thing in worse ways. Like, you got people here in Florida going out and getting bit by everything on purpose, and then they post it for attention, and then the next person does it and gets fucked up because they tried it with something and are allergic. Like, if you're an educator and you're doing things like that, I don't think you are truly an educator at that point.
So I have a couple of things. One, like something that like when we did the podcast with Stone, he was like, oh, I'm not responsible for other people's actions, which I kind of feel like that. But then I'm like 50-50 torn, where it's like, on one hand, it's like I thought we were past the bite content, like that was something of the past.
I don't think it's ever going away.
Yeah, but I thought it was like a part of the community where it was like, okay, we're past like showing ourselves getting bit. But then on the other hand, we always have these conversations of like, how bad is like that hognose snake bite? Yeah. And then we're like, well, how are we gonna figure out?
We know of the mangrove. Like, that's a known thing. They're literally illegal unless you have a permit in Florida because of it. Because we know what the venom does. Like, it's nothing new.
I didn't know, so now I know. So I think it's a great idea because he informed me of how to not get bit by 2.5 minutes by a mangrove snake. So
no.
I was actually gonna say something similar, like at least it's out there. So if people are wondering, I guess they can see that and kind of see that if it's worse than they thought, if it's just as they thought, you know, the media is there.
Yeah,
it's
and
out there.
It's different from Stone and Chandler and them because what they're doing is free handling, hoping not to get bit.
Yeah.
You know, like here you're getting bit on purpose for attention.
The attitude is a lot more nonchalant. Like, he's doing this for the views.
Yeah, it's like for the attention, which whatever. Like, that's your way of getting attention, and that is a way to get content. Absolutely. I just feel like in the long term, like that amount of attention you get from that does not do very well as it is. It's just like a one thing that pops, and then after that you have to recreate it over and over again if you want that type of attention.
Yeah, that's wild. Honestly, I don't really have a lot of like, I don't have too much to say about it because it's just crazy. I don't. That could have been real bad. What if he was fucking allergic to the thing?
Yeah, and then
that would have sucked.
It's just a stupid move to do. I think. I just think it's a stupid move. But hey, to each their own. Just not my thing.
Oh, don't do that.
Bow, bitch.
One more time.
Bow, bitch. That was crazy.
What was she trying to do? She asked for it. Lick it?
I don't know. She was trying to see how nice he actually is. Like, I think she's just like, oh, look at him. He lets me lick him.
I do want to express one peeve that I have with tegu people. They are way too trusting of their animals. Okay. They will take to the grave that their tegu is the most dog-like creature on earth. I just think that it's funny.
I mean, they usually are as long as you don't stick.
I mean, yeah,
face.
for sure, they're tame, but like,
if you don't taunt,
I think it's funny when they talk all that talk and then that happens.
And then you wiggling your tongue around like a fucking worm.
Prey item, exactly.
I don't want to think about that. Oh god. Was it the lip or the tongue?
I know, dude.
It was
right
tongue.
Here, front of the tongue too. Oh.
Yeah, no, that had to hurt. She closed her eyes so hard too.
Tongue's gone.
And when she flowing back to and it pulled.
Ah!
Oh my.
Okay, do you think she got stitches?
Oh, 100%.
Yeah,
She got a
100%.
plastic
That
tongue
thing got
though.
torn apart.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think she lost tongue?
Dude, we need to find this bitch and like, I don't know. Look at what happened. Like, did she post? Did she post like, yo, look at me, I ain't got no tongue.
Well, she can't go There's no more anymore. That's crazy.
That's not it.
No. Dude, yo, we smell so bad. We smell like wet
I
dog.
keep thinking the same thing.
Dude, it's like we got fucking soaked, man. We're
Yeah.
fucking ready. I'm not gonna lie, 100%. Like I wouldn't say that I lost my temper, but I was visibly upset.
Yeah, he was
lost your
pissed.
temper.
He
You
was
lost your
pissed.
temper.
I did not lose my
Yes, you did.
temper.
When you're not laughing, you lost your temper.
No, but
Yes.
losing the temper is more like aggro.
Grabbed
Fucking.
Eric started shaking. Eric was like, I can't do this anymore. I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
That was more of a coping mechanism.
Yeah, that was
That was a
coping,
losing
and that was
because you lost a temper.
no, but that was after I went through me being upset. Because the thing is like, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, I was upset. I wasn't upset because the equipment was getting wet. I was upset because of the whole situation. I was just because it's like it was a great spot. The sun wasn't there, but then we were ready to tackle the sun, and we're like, okay, it's not gonna rain, and then it was gonna rain, and then like it was starting to get late. We were trying to figure out all this stuff of where we were trying to get recorded.
We were starting to get what?
No, it was starting. It was starting to get late.
What the fuck?
It was starting.
Did I just hear it?
It was starting to get late. I mean, it was like so perfect, and then it was like just the frustration of trying to get everything fixed. I wasn't. It wasn't like I wasn't upset with you guys. I was more upset with what was.
Weather app.
Well,
Yeah,
well,
the weather app.
Well, to be honest, let's do this because the end of May is Gator Week.
Okay,
We could go back.
I'm down to go back.
the end of May. Okay.
I think it's like the 29th or something like that is Alligator Day. National
Okay.
Alligator Day.
Okay. There is. Yeah, the next couple weeks is a little bit complicated. I mean, we'll talk about it after, but we'll try to figure it out and try to get a lot of the stuff.
Okay, next
All right.
topic.
All right, let's
How
go.
did you like our last video? Question mark.
Yes. So,
I loved it.
Hell yeah. So the last video that came out, we ended up not recording releasing an actual podcast last week because we wanted to start promoting some of the videos that we've done to see if you guys are interested in it and to see if we keep doing more of that style of content, which I think that we had a lot of fun when we recorded it. Yeah. Of those videos, there was a Guess the Reptiles, there was a Guess the Morph, there was a hybrid one. Which one was your favorite?
Honestly, they were all fun because I won most of them. So
Yeah, the Tism was Tizen.
was
I think the
working.
hybrids was cool.
Yeah. So I would like to do more of those videos. Obviously, you know, we can't record them when we recorded it before. We just got to figure out that kind of stuff. But if you did get a chance to watch that video, if you're listening to this on the YouTube channel, like go ahead and comment down below and see if you had any suggestions for us to see what we can do going forward if you guys want more of that stuff, or if we decide to maybe make that like a members only thing. I don't even know.
That would be cool. That's actually a thing,
Yeah. Maybe those become member only videos. I guess.
And we get them to send us stuff. That'll be cool.
Yeah, and we will only do the stuff that the members want at that point. Damn, that's not a bad idea. I was also thinking about maybe starting to do like member lives where like we could do them online, like do like Zooms and maybe they participate with us or something like that.
In 1986, in the basement of the Marseille Museum of Natural History, a primitive specimen of large gecko was found stuffed, unlabeled, and lacking any record of its collection date or its point of origin. Once examination of the specimen was performed, it was found to be a species unknown to science. It measured 2.5 feet long. This meant this unique specimen of gecko was 54% larger than the largest known extant species of gecko on the planet. Frank Fast and his partner Philippe de Fessol believe they know the exact hiding place of the extant Delcourt sticky-toed gecko, down to the exact tree. That's right, they believe that there is one specific tree in the middle of Maori country in remote New Zealand that under the bark is hiding the world's largest extinct giant gecko. 1986.
That's crazy.
Extinct or extant?
It's extinct, but they think, like, nobody has gone to the place where they might still be.
So it's,
you know? So it's like
maybe
extinct, but maybe it is there. But also, that's Forrest Galante thing. He will always say something might be alive. That is his thing. That is what his show is. He has to say that. He has to. He has to find somebody that believes, and he has to say that.
I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Let's go here.
I don't know. I'm very in the middle with that stuff because every time I hear him, it's like, I know that's your show. That's your thing. You have to say it might still alive, even if you know it isn't. So I don't trust him.
Regardless of Galante, you can believe separate from that. Because what do you have to lose?
I mean, yeah, but then you're just gonna believe anything.
I believe anything.
I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I'm that type of person. I'm not like, oh my god, I think it's still
It's cool
there.
to think about. That's why you just.
I mean, no, it's cool if it's out there still, like the crest that the gecko was. That's pretty cool, but like, I don't know. Like, that's a big ass gecko to not have seen it in a long time.
Dead or alive?
Dead.
It was dead.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
It's not moving.
Yeah, it's
on the road, not moving.
If it's
All right,
still
well, you
out
can
there,
pass me.
cool. If not, then like, I guess it is extinct.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie to you. I know that he was saying that it was like largest or whatever, but to be honest, it looked kind of average to me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just saying.
It looked mummified.
Yeah.
It was fake.
Granted,
Right?
that's how those specimens usually look like after that long.
Yeah, like
Yeah, I think it
taxidermy.
was like a mummified kind of
Stuffed.
stuff.
Yeah, it looks stuffed, like
Yeah.
taxidermy.
Well, he said it was stuffed, right?
Not taxidermy stuff, but like the way they stuff like the birds and stuff at museums.
That's taxidermy, bro.
But like it's not like
Yeah.
the formed taxidermy.
Taxidermy's
that's
not
not
deformed.
taxidermy. I
don't know what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying,
all
I'm saying.
taxidermy, bro.
Shitty
That's
taxidermy.
good taxidermy.
Yeah, which is
Yeah.
kind of bad.
Yeah, it's pretty
One of the
bad.
best.
It looked like a house gecko got stuffed.
Its
with,
head was like inflated in the back. And
cotton
like,
or something.
That thing was so messed up.
What if it's like the Mexican aliens that they found that they took to the
Oh my
to court?
I think they proved that shit was fake.
No, no way in hell.
The paper mache.
The paper mache
alien.
Mexican aliens.
That thing was so
No
funny.
way in
Paper mache
hell.
New Zealand geckos.
Hell yeah, dude. All right, what do we got? What do we got?
Alright, so I'm pulling it up now. If this thing wants to freaking open.
Is it the airport?
Yep, it is. Snakes in pants in Miami airport.
All right, you want to read it or you want me to read it?
I'll try. Listen, English is my second language, so do not laugh at me.
The snake was found in Los Patos.
Miami International Airport de Florida. Transportation Security Administration TSA officers at Miami International Airport discovered a bag of snakes concealed in a passenger's pants during a routine checkpoint screening. The incident occurred on Friday, April 26th, and TSA officers alerted the Customs and Border Protection Southeast Region and Miami-Dade Police Assistance. So,
Snakes.
I can't. What is that? Palmetto?
The photo was like a bunch of like colubras.
It's like palmettos, right?
Let me see.
Look at the red in the head.
Yeah, that looks like a palmetto corn.
Yeah, they look like
Yeah.
palmetto corns.
If it was ball pythons, that would have been valid, but I don't.
The snakes were safely handed over to FWC, so they probably got boat gunned. Oh, God.
fuck.
It's
Rip.
unclear if the passenger was arrested. Dude,
Is
that's
it illegal?
crazy.
I guess it is illegal.
What do you mean, is it illegal?
They're going domestic.
Yeah, in your pocket. First of all, animal abuse, maybe. I know, like. what
But
do you
they were with Alpha Dryer. That's how they are at the shows.
mean? Dude, that is animal abuse. First of all. Second of all, you're bringing that into an airport.
Yeah.
Like, no.
That's
no.
wild, dude.
Check
That's some
one.
Miami ass shit. I'm not gonna lie.
That's some
Watch where it was.
That's so fucked up, dude. That's so fucked up. Poor animals. They're in a little baggie too. It's two of them, bro. Look at what is that thing called? It's stuff you guys use for the shows.
Alpha Dry. That's the Alpha Dry.
That's crazy,
Good
dude.
for them, no?
They literally, that's
It keeps the
whatever.
humidity in.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It literally, bro. They literally went to a reptile show and came out. But where are they flying to is a real question.
Ooh, that is a good question. Does it say?
Because
No?
that's another thing. Because if they try to leave the state, they might hit them with something. Because if you go from here to Georgia, then you are breaking the law again.
Yeah.
Because you're landing somewhere they're not allowed.
Man, can you imagine you're leaving the country, dude?
Yeah.
Leaving the country would be crazy.
Oh yeah. So
What's that? That's nothing.
happened.
Tired.
Tired.
That's what happened. That's messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Deformed alligator Okay.
Oh yeah, this reel is insane. I saw this and I instantly thought of Chuck. I'm like, dude, it even looks like him.
All right.
Oh my.
So I'm gonna roast all of you.
How's
So
that happen? What the
yeah, look at that thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
It's a gator?
No, it's a croc. You dummies. It's a saltwater croc, I'm pretty sure.
Oh yeah.
Because it doesn't have any other scoots in the neck.
That thing's trying to be a crocodile.
Yeah, it's trying its best. So there. So do you know what do you think causes that?
What do I think causes that? I would say probably something either improper lighting, feed, or space.
I'd say it was abuse at like a baby, and then it kind of just kept going.
Eric?
He hit a wall and cartoonishly broke his skull.
I like his answer best.
Okay, so my answer to this has multiple sides.
Okay.
So looking at his neck, he looks more deformed than what you can see. His neck is
You're
pushed
roasting
to the
him.
side. The mouth is also like that. I'm going to say he was born like that,
Oh.
which happens a lot, more than you know.
Because he looked like a wild crocodile.
What was that?
I don't know if wild, he looks like
I
he's
don't know.
under a bridge, but a lot of times they're born like that. I've hatched crocodilians with their mouth like all the way to the side. I've hatched a few that are like their backs are all twisted, like kinked up, and I've seen like stuff like this I've seen before. So he might have been born that way. It might not even be improper care.
That's crazy.
Yeah, like if it's improper care, the neck looks off. I don't know how that would have happened other than maybe MBD. But even then, it'll be really hard. For the mouth to be like that, he would have to be laying on something and putting pressure on the
Deer.
top side of his mouth.
Yeah.
A deer.
Little deer. Nice.
So yeah, that's what I think. Maybe there's more information out there that I don't know, but that is my guess.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think Eric's correct. I think that it ran into a wall and cartoonishly just went whoop.
And that happens, and we call it banana beak. But whenever that happens, like both jaws face up,
Yeah.
where that one is just like the top of the top jaw.
Banana beak is fire.
Yeah, that's what we call them.
Yeah.
There's a lot. It happens with like all the slender snouted crocodilians.
I believe that.
Okay,
yeah.
so Turtle Adventure. What is that? What am I looking at?
Turtle Adventure is what we did today, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
Turtle
yeah.
Adventure. This.
Yes,
this
yes,
stuff.
yes. So, we had a long journey, okay? So, we record these things on Sunday, and usually people like to do stuff. Look at that, look at him go. Hey, little guy. You're missing out if you only listen to this. That's peak Tortuga right there. It's a dry-ass turtle, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Just happy.
So, people like to go out on Saturdays, but I love to ruin these guys' Saturdays and tell them to meet me early as fuck in the morning, like 7, 8 in the morning, just to be like, hey, let's go on a turtle adventure. So we went to a buddy of mine's house, a good buddy of mine, and he was getting rid of some striped mud turtles. So we picked up a bunch of striped mud turtles, dropped off.
Here's another striped mud turtle right here.
That is not a striped mud turtle. We also picked up this Japanese pond turtle. And we literally had a turtle-ass day. We dropped off some turtles.
Okay.
It's about to kiss me. I'm afraid. You want to know why I'm afraid of that thing being so close to my mouth? Because the guy that used to own that snake says that... That turtle, my bad, dog. He's got a snake. That's why I'm scared right now. The guy that used to own that turtle said that he loves to whip out his thing. And he put that thing in my... He put that turtle in my face. I was scared of what was going to happen next. Very scared.
I don't know. What were you about to do?
I
I'm
wasn't
more
going
worried
to do
about
anything.
you than the turtle, bro.
No. You put that thing too close to my face. He loves to prolapse himself.
Oh, that's
He's a peen kind of guy. So yeah, I'm not happy about that.
Maybe that's his name.
So I think we had a great day, minus the fucking rain, and now we have to record this podcast in the car.
We got on the road.
Yeah,
Tired.
yeah.
Yoshi's now up, 35 turtles in
I
a
don't
week?
know.
I did get a lot of turtles within the last
What's
week.
the correct math on this?
I got the red cheek mud turtles.
How many? Like the correct
Over 14. What happened, bro? Dude, what just
This
happened?
guy can't drive to
This guy
save
wants
his
to pass, I
life.
moved over.
You don't have
You don't have to move
You don't have to
over.
move over, Eric. This guy's being the
There's a
asshat.
whole lane. What are you talking about? This guy took us off of the lane to allow.
Look at what car that is. You know who drives that car. Hit that car. Hit that car. That's a little bit inside. Anyways,
Nice person, goddamn.
so whatever. I think we had a great day. We made it work. I wish we could have recorded where we were at. It was fucking awesome.
Yoshi didn't get mad at all.
I definitely didn't get mad at all. But
We got Cuban food.
we did get Cuban food. Cuban food is fucking tight. Eric, you had some peak adventures recently. You saved the beach and you didn't save Split Oak. Let's start. Yeah, let's start with the beach. Let's start with the beach. Talk to us.
With the beach. Tino invited me to go to a beach cleanup with some people he knows. So we showed up to some beach in Cape Canaveral and we walked around and cleaned up shit, basically.
Was there a lot?
We got a lot. So Tino and I, because we're a little dense and we go outside a lot, we were like, hey, let's go into this bush.
It's not this.
Oh, yeah, it's not this one. But yeah, sorry. It's hard explaining a story and driving.
You're good, keep going.
Stop laughing at me. I hate you all. Anyway, so we're out here because Tino gets there a little late because there's no parking. So I'm sitting there.
Fucking done.
Yo, drive!
Eric, straight the fuck up. Eric almost just murdered us. I don't know if what we're doing is 100% legal right now.
I'm following the path.
Off the road.
Yo.
Off the road.
Dude, what the
Yo, this is
It's not my
crazy
fault
right
they
now.
half paved these fucking roads.
This is the Reptiles with. This is the
Driving.
Reptiles with vlog.
Okay.
Yo, I've been here before.
Yo, pass it to him. See what he got to
Yeah.
say.
Anyways, okay, so you were at the beach.
I was at the beach with Tino. We had a lot of fun. Tino got there a little late because he was trying to find parking. So we got out to the trash cleanup a little late. We lost the group, so we just went into the dunes to pretty much find trash. We found a shit ton of trash. We met a little gopher tortoise, or not a little one, she was pretty big. We met a gopher tortoise on the way. We were walking around cleaning up stuff, and we came across a big bush that was next to a walkway. And it was pretty funny the way it started because it was like, oh, there's like a little napkin over here. And we jumped the fence to go get the napkin. And it's like, oh, there's a bottle here. So we get deeper and deeper and we just keep going down this rabbit hole, finding like huge bottles of like beer and like napkins and water bottles. So we end up going like balls deep into this grapeseed bush. We're getting riddled by, I don't know what they were. They look like clams, but they're like little spiky plants. They look really cool. But they're very bothersome because they were sticking to us. So we were cleaning up trash. We came out with 6 whole bags of just straight trash from that one little spot. It wasn't a big spot. It was probably a 12-foot radius. It was not much at all. And some old guy came up to us and he was like, oh, there's like a group of people that actually come down here every day for lunch and they throw their shit here. So he was thanking us for going out there. So we end up coming back. We were the last ones to get there. And apparently, from what we were told, we clean up the most trash out of everybody combined. So the gross cleanup that everyone had, we passed them. Because everybody, from what it sounded like, everyone just like kind of just like walked through the actual beach, but we went into the dunes and stuff. Met a gopher tortoise on the way, and then we just hung out at the beach for a little bit. Saw some crabs, some little isopods. That was pretty cool. There was like a little piece of palm that we found in the water, which was fire. So it was a good day.
We should have our own cleanup.
And honestly, I will say this. You're going to fucking hate this fucking...
That is crazy what he just said. Because I'm going to bleep it out, you guys are not going to guess what he said, but I'm sure it's going to sound worse than what he actually said.
Something he shouldn't be saying.
Oh, man. So, yeah.
You need to cut that whole
what were you saying, Eric?
This is a hot take, but I was telling Tino out there, I was like, damn, cleaning up trash is a little more fun than herping.
That's crazy.
That's
Because we
insane.
were finding shit, so I was like, damn, this is actually...
You were finding common shit.
Yeah, we were finding common shit. Alcohol bottles, we were finding water bottles.
Once you find something cool, you'll change your mind. But you don't even go out. You don't even try.
What do you mean?
You don't even try. Like, target something. Go out and target.
I did. I targeted trash and we came out with 6 bags, bro. Bro, we fucking killed it out there.
Alright, then go trash hunting,
We
dude.
single-handedly saved the city.
Good job, Eric.
There we go.
Good job.
Yeah, so Tino couldn't be here. You guys saved the city, but you guys did not save Split Oak. I'm going to play the thing that Tino, his presentation when he went up to speak about the Split Oak Manor. I'm going to play it right here because he killed it.
From your own website, it is your responsibility to protect this land and be a voice for the flora and fauna in Split Oak. Yet many of you have affiliations to land development interests. Barreto with Government Lot 1 LLC, a land development company. Nicklaus and Nicklaus Design, a golf course development company. Rude and Vestcor, a housing development company. Lester, VP of Community Relations at the Village's Developments. I mean, I feel like I'm living in a movie. This road development would severely hinder fire management efforts, constraining crucial management activities and impeding natural wildlife movement. This road is not to the benefit of the area or the natural resources. Split Oak was partly conserved with FWC gopher tortoise mitigation program funds to offset development impacts to gopher tortoises in Central Florida. If even Split Oak isn't safe and the FWC won't protect them, then there's nowhere safe for our tortoises or the hundreds of animals that depend on them. I will have to tell my grandchildren where the gopher tortoises went. Not you guys, I will. This land swap scheme and the new fiscal offer from the CFX is an attempt of payment for invaluable land. It is not a donation, it is a bribe. A bribe meant to make you, the FWC commissioners, look away.
So the whole thing was actually pretty smooth sailing. We showed up at the place. It was a college in Daytona. We showed up. Tino signed in to talk. We just sat down, met up with some of Tino's Split Oak buddies. And then we came there pretty much on the dot. They started talking about it right away. Old lady number one gives a whole fucking speech about what the plan is, and then the board of fucking geezers starts talking about what they're gonna do and asking questions. And then what actually surprised me, and I was like, damn, hell yeah, was we had 40 people that came to talk about Split Oak, to talk about that problem. And they were actually given the full 3 minutes to talk for once. So it was actually really cool because mostly everybody had brain cells. Like, it wasn't like the last FWC meeting that it was just angry pet owners just being weird, but it was actually like activists that have valid points of why they shouldn't build this road in Split Oak. And people had great points, and it seemed like some of the board members were listening. So that was actually pretty cool. It did go on for a long time because there was 40 speakers, but towards the end, when the board members had to pretty much give their thoughts, what kind of really made me hate the whole scenario was that there was a couple board members that actually started to kind of, sympathize. And there's this one lady who straight up said, like, oh, you guys changed my mind. And there's this other guy, some golf guy, who was pretty, he was kind of seeing it out. And then there's another guy who was just asking questions just to make sure he was getting everything right. And it sounded like everybody was thinking about it. And I just hate the way it ended because his Barretto he was tired. He was ready to go home because there's a couple people that spoke about how they were not paying attention, which, to be fair, there was a couple times where you could genuinely believe that. And I do believe that there is some moments of that. That's just how that kind of stuff goes. They were on their phone, looking down. They're not really looking at everybody. And after a couple speakers went up, they kind of threw some backhanded comments to the speakers and stuff like that. Just political banter, basically, throwing shots at each other. So they were kind of fed up with everybody. So once everything ended, old lady number one talked about the thing again. And they pretty much unanimously, except for one guy, shout out to the one guy, I don't know your name, sorry. But everybody after the sympathizing about it and oh, I don't know, guys, this doesn't seem right with me. Unanimous, aye. Literally, and when I mean unanimous, I mean legit. At the same time, they all went aye. Like, they were like, all right, we heard everybody out, time to go home. Let's clock out. So it's like they were having that meeting more as a formality. And what I think really drove that point home, there was a lady who went up to talk who pointed out that CFX, the toll people, didn't show up because, if you guys don't know, I think it was the day before that the toll people pretty much, quote-unquote, bribed FWC to take their deal. Because they gave them a huge sum of money or something.
Millions of dollars.
Millions, yeah.
I think it was like 43 million was the correct.
It was a lot of money. It was more than $12. It was more than a regular toll bill or whatever. But that did strike a pretty big point. They were like, oh, there's nobody here representing CFX. There's no one contesting about this. So it sounds like the deal was already made, which is on brand with FWC. Of course. Comparatively with their last meetings and everything else that they've done. They already have their mindset. They're just having the meeting to get that out of the way, let the people talk their talk because they're not going to listen to them anyway. And there was a couple people who spoke at the beginning, which it was the most ridiculous thing. It made me feel so like, damn, I'm actually witnessing the right now. Because it's like, it was the second dude. The second dude who came up, apparently he was friends with some of the board members, and he just came up to just say nothing. He was just speaking air. So I was like, what are you up here doing? You're just wasting time. He was just like, oh, I don't know what you guys are doing here. You know, it's a little wrong, but whatever. He was like cool with it. And there's some other guy, you're going to hate this, but his name was also Chuck, who really struck a nerve with some of our Split Oak friends, because he was legit like saying like, oh, it's not that big of a deal. I think that everybody here today is just, you know, over dramatic, overreacting about this. He was just big truck, little balls type guy, you know, just fucking just bad vibes overall. I was not a fan of him, and it was pretty eye-catching to watch him talk about all that stuff, because it was literally like a movie. It was like the same type of negativity that you would see from like the bad guy in a movie was legit what he was saying, and I thought that was funny as hell. It was like I didn't like it.
What was the outcome?
The outcome, well, we saved the city.
But not Split Oak.
No, we saved the city. We saved the city because guess what? We're going to connect one city to the other. You know, so we're going to commission the gopher tortoises to start making a little path so we can actually set some ground, and we're going to gift them death, because we're going to put that road right over their house, which is pretty cool. Let's go development. Also, for those of you who don't know, the whole board of FWC, Florida Fish and Wildlife, is fucking land developers and golfers. Now, no shade to people who play golf, but like the people who make those golf courses, they got some shady jobs, man. I don't think developers should be
in charge of
or at least all in charge, because I can see a checks and balances scenario where you get conservationists and developers, because you have to meet in the middle. You know, it's two worlds colliding. So I think it would be healthy to have, you know, a little bit of each. I can still see how that can become a problem, but when the board members are appointed, that's already shady enough, you know, because the one lady that the board had a problem with was elected, and Tina was quick to say that, because there's a lot of backhanded between the two, and Tina did say something pretty funny. It was like, at least she was elected. So,
dang.
And what I love about it too, whenever like, because there were people shouting like, you know, like correct information, because the old lady with the fucking PowerPoints was getting shit wrong. She wasn't remembering shit. She couldn't answer questions, and there's people on our side legit correcting them on their points. And I just like how awkward it is, because like they don't say anything.
It's a lot of fun.
It's so fun. Like
it's a lot of fun.
It was insane. It was so funny, but it was sad, because it's like everyone came out there to kind of like show support. 40 people, which to people who weren't there, it doesn't sound like a lot. But 40 people came up to actually talk brain cells about what was going on. I think that was pretty good. You know, at the end of the day, I was like, damn, I should have talked, because it was right. You know, there was a lot of people that really did have valid points and brought up a lot of different things. There was even people talking about solutions. So there's a couple people talking about how they could raise a bridge overhead, and, you know, kind of reduce the strain on the actual woods, and there are people talking about how they could make it around the perimeter. And one conflict about that was that if they made it around the perimeter, it would displace, I think, 100 and something houses. So they were it basically became a battle of gophers versus the people, but we're all about fuck the people, you know. So hypocrites as we will, but you know, it is what it is.
And if you want to know more, Go for Games is a documentary on YouTube.
Yes.
Ooh, something else I forgot to mention about the meeting was that they didn't allow the press from the Friends of Split Oak, I believe, to do stuff there. I wasn't completely sure. I was overhearing the conversation, but they were pretty much not letting people like kind of do press and stuff. But they had people talking to the board members, which we were told was illegal. So there was some under the table shit going on as well.
Gotcha. But yeah, so Daniel Parker was there hanging out. Did you guys get to talk to him about the USARK Florida podcast?
I don't think so.
Did you guys meet with him at all?
We talked for a couple minutes, because we were kind of going our separate ways.
Yeah.
But we had mentioned the stuff about the under the table stuff that FWC was doing.
Yeah.
That's what I reminded it.
Got you. But yeah, so USARK Florida has their podcast. I haven't listened to an episode yet, but maybe we should contact.
I listened to it.
How was it?
No, it was like an introductory thing. That was kind of like, hey, this is who we are, and then they had Daniel Parker and I forgot the other girl's name. The
Elizabeth?
main. main
No.
girl of USARK Florida.
Oh, okay. Elizabeth.
Then yes, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
It was Daniel Parker and then obviously the main, and they just kind of talked about who we are, how they got into reptiles. It's on Spotify.
Only?
Yeah, it's 2 parts on Spotify. It's 30 minutes each. And just kind of talked about like how we got into reptiles, what their favorite reptile is, their stores, just basic stuff. Nothing like too in deep, but just kind of introducing themselves. And they said that they were guests on it. Daniel Parker and Elizabeth were guests, and they weren't going to be the main thing. There was other people that I totally forgot the names of that were the actual people like doing it, and then Daniel Parker and Elizabeth were guests on it and just kind of talking about themselves.
So they probably hired somebody else to be the host, and then okay, that makes sense. That'd be
cool. Well,
interesting.
we should definitely talk to Daniel. Maybe have him on so they can promote it. Yeah, I mean that's a cool thing that they got going on there.
Pretty cool.
Hell yeah. We got anything else? We good?
We Gucci.
All right, this was the Reptiles with Podcast. Be on the YouTube. Yeah, in the car. Be on the YouTube. Become a member. We got the merch. We got the situation. So, goodbye.